Today we're still going to be working in our packets. We're on page 16. This is still related to Chapter 4, Section 2 of the textbook. And you can see that we have a journal question to start with. Nelson has made an error in solving this equation, so you need to describe his error and correct it. So that's the first thing that you're going to do on this page 16. Then there's a nice distributive and like terms question. So there's distributive and like terms question. This is a bonus. If you'd like to try to work on that, come in tomorrow and then I'll go over that with you. So today we're going to start on page 17, equations that have combining like terms in them. So the first step when you have like terms, you may have a distributive property in there, like I see here in number 3. So I may distribute first. Then I'm going to combine like terms. So sometimes we distribute first, then we combine like terms. Depends on what operations you see in the equation to start with. So in example number 1 here, there is a like terms question. There isn't any distributive, there's just like terms. So I'm going to do the first step there, which says go ahead and combine those like terms. 3x plus 7x is 10x equals 90. So now I have a simple one-step equation. When I divide by 10, because the opposite of multiplying is dividing, I'm going to get x equals 9. Now I'm going to check that this problem is correct. The answer, the solution is 9. 3 times 9 is 27, and 7 times 9 is 63. 27 and 63 does equal that 90, so yippee, I've got the right answer. On to problem number 2. Problem number 2 does not have any distribute in it, but it does have like terms. It has negative 8u's plus 2u's, which gives you negative 6u's, plus 7, which equals negative 29. Now I'm down to 2 operations, multiplying by negative 6 and adding 7. So I'm going to undo that adding 7 first, remember, because we always do PEMDAS in reverse, so we're doing adding and subtracting before we do multiplying and dividing. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides, and I get negative 6u's. Negative 29 and negative 7, same signs, add and keep, so I get negative 36. Divide by negative 6. Dividing by negative 6, we get u equals negative 36 divided by negative 6 is positive 6. So I believe the solution is 6. Negative 8 times 6 gives me negative 48 plus 7, and 2 times 6 gives me 12. Negative 48 and 7 is negative 41 plus 12 is negative 29. Yippee, correct answer. Number 3 does have the distributive property in it. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute first. 1.5 times that w is 1.5 w's. 1.5 times that 2 is 3. Plus I still have that 2 there, equals 8. So I have like terms. They are both numerical constants. They're not both x's like in number 1 or u's in number 2. They are just both numbers. So I'm going to add 3 and 2 and get 5 and bring down my 1.5 w's plus 5 equals 8. Now I'm down again to 2 operations. I'm multiplying by 1.5 and adding 5. So I'm going to do the opposite. Subtract 5. Do it twice on both sides, showing my symbols. I get 1.5 w's equals 3. The opposite of multiplying by 1.5 is dividing by 1.5. So I get w equals, get a whole number, annex that and put it over. So I have 30 divided by 15, which is 2. Or 3 divided by 1.5 is 2. I believe the answer is 2. W plus 2, so 2 plus 2 is 4. 1.5 times 4 plus 2. Well, 1.5 times 4 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So yippee, I've got the right answer there. So you can see that I'm doing a quick mental check on all of my problems. I am checking to make sure my answer is correct before I go on to the next problem. Number 4 has distributing and like terms in it because I see an x and a 2x. So I'm going to distribute first, and I'm going to do 5 times 2, which is 10, and 5 times negative x, which is negative 5x. I have 2x plus 10 minus 5x equals 40. That negative 5x and that positive 2x are like terms. I'm going to combine those. Different signs, subtract. I get negative 3x plus 10 equals 40. Subtracting 10 from both sides, I get negative 3x equals 30. Dividing by negative 3 and canceling, I get x equals negative 10. I believe the answer is negative 10. 2 minus negative 10. So I'm inside that parentheses in my original equation. 2 minus negative 10 is like 2 plus 10, so that's 12. So I have 5 times 12 and 2 times negative 10, that's negative 20. Negative 20 plus 5 times 12 is 60. Negative 20 plus 60, oh, that equals 40. Yippee, correct answer, negative 10. On to problem number 5. Oh, this is supposed to be an n. Please correct that. That's supposed to be an n. I have distributing and like terms in this problem. So I'm going to distribute first. 3 times n, 3n. 3 times negative 11, negative 33. Bring down my other terms that I have not done anything with. And I have 5n minus 2 plus 3n minus 33 equals 55. So I have constants that are like and variables terms that are like. So positive 5n's and positive 3n's gives me 8n's, negative 2 and negative 33, same signs add and keep, gives me negative 35 equals 5. Choose 2 operations again, so 2 steps. I'm going to add 35 first to both sides, showing my positive or plus signs. You've got to show all your symbols. And I get 8n equals 40. Dividing by 8 on both sides, that's the opposite of multiplying by 8 is dividing by 8. I get n is equal to 5. So I believe the answer is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Minus 2 is 23, plus 3 times the quantity 5 minus 11. Okay, so that's 5 minus 11. 5 take away 11 is negative 6. 3 times negative 6 is negative 18. Here I had 23 and negative 18. 23 take away 18 is 5. Yippee, correct answer. If I went too quickly, feel free to go back over this. Ask questions tomorrow in class, and we're going to continue working on like terms and distributing equation solving tomorrow.